Okay, hello my lovelies. Today we're going to talk about putting books in bookstores on consignment because a book that's not seen is a book that's not read. And so you may want to put your books on the shelves of stores. And one way to do that is to put them on consignment. When you're looking for a consignment, what you ideally want is something with either a small fee or no fee, but no buyback policy, because otherwise you're going to be losing a lot of money, which people normally lose money on consignments anyway, but the point is to get them in store shelves. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to Google bookstores with my area code. And we're going to see what we come up with. Now, the half-price books, of course, they will let you donate books, but they aren't going to give you consignments. The Twig Bookshop is a decent one, but they charge a fee. Most places where you consign, you're going to have to get your books in the first 30 days after you put them in there, or they will confiscate the books. So as you can see, a lot of books of stores have popped up. Now, of course, we won't use the half-price books because for them to get on the shelves, you have to donate them. But there's a lot of other mom and pops that are decent that you can try. Forget Barnes & Nobles. You're not going to get into Barnes & Nobles because it's corporate. So you want to look for mom and pop shops, small bookstores. If you have, let's say, a workbook or a textbook of some kind, you may want to try Christian bookstores as well, because a lot of Christians homeschool their kids. So give calls around and see what you can find. Now the next thing is our press release. And if you just look on our sister site, Streetlight Halo, by Angel Dunworth, look at that on Google, you can see the press release example because you have to write your own. This is the press release example. Don't worry about editing it. We have editors that can edit it, but you're going to need one of these to send to newspapers and media outlets. They may not respond, but at least you have it on hand. If they need to fill 10 minutes time, guess what? Oh, look, there's this local author. So take a look at that, Streetlight Halo. Take a look at that and see how Kathleen did mine. And you should have one of those for every one of your books, actually. Now, as far as media outlets, again, I would go media outlet 78239. And that's the media outlets that are near me. Now, of course, don't click on the one that's an ad because you're going to pay for that. Scroll down and find the one that you don't see. This one you have to pay for. You don't want that one. Or you can just go on Facebook and look them up yourself and contact them that way. But that's how you want to... normally you go to the websites and you find the contact button. And most of them will have a contact button or addresses and phone numbers that you can use. So I guess that's about it, you guys. Give it a try, see what you can come up with. And remember, don't agree to the buyback policy because that's kind of a trap. It's going to cost you a lot of money. Okay, thanks guys. Bye. As far as consignment goes, I also wanted to say that if you have your own display, some stores that aren't necessarily bookstores will take them on consignment if it's a mom and pop shop. So that's worth looking into if you can afford a display to put up. And if you are going to buy a display, measure your book before you buy the display. You don't want to display it sitting around that your books don't even fit in. Another big thing about consignment, if you're putting up your own display, is signage. So make sure that you print out the cover of your book and laminate it to put up there so people will notice on the display what is on the display. Oh, okay, so there's a good tip too. Right, great, thanks. Another thing you can do if you're not getting on radio and TV, which, let's face it, is virtually impossible no matter how hard you work, there are local podcasts that will a lot of times interview authors. That's a good idea to solicit your book. A lot of people actually listen to podcasts. And the good thing about podcasts is they're put into the internet, so they're always there forever. Another thing is it's local and it's going to reach your demographic more than likely. That's the biggest thing. Know your demographic. Who is this book for? Is it for 7-year-olds or is it for 70-year-olds? You have to know who you're selling to and who your audience is, and you should know that before you write, actually. But when you're marketing, that's definitely something you have to think about. Who is this book for? Okay, guys, I guess that's about it. Thanks for listening.